Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, a free way to support the channel is by leaving a thumbs up or by leaving a comment, by telling me what your favorite cryptocurrency is and why it's going to smash past Bitcoin. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Oh, and thank you to the very special people who left me a Doge Nation. That is a Dogecoin donation, because I put the two words together because that's it. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. People were screaming at me yesterday and they were like, hey, what happened to Elon Musk? And I was like, when I made the video yesterday, like 10 minutes after it posted, that's when the Elon Musk news came out. That's why I didn't understand why the price was rising. It was because of Muskie. So the point is, yes, I did not forget to put it into a video. It is very important news. Yes, I know this. It simply happened after I did it, so I couldn't have put it into the actual. And without further ado, early yesterday morning, see what I did there? Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX and Tesla, as well as the richest person on the planet, changed his Twitter profile to read #Bitcoin and tweeted a cryptic message that many in the Bitcoin space interpreted as advocacy for the technology or acknowledgement that his tactic endorsement was bound to happen. He said, in retrospect, it was inevitable. Within minutes, literal minutes of his tweet, the price of Bitcoin climbed sharply. It rose from about 32,000 to around 37,500. Can you imagine having that much power? He didn't go on stage. He didn't have a press conference. He didn't even write a letter. He changed it to #Bitcoin and caused it to rise by $5,000. Must be he created billions of dollars in an instant. A 14% spike per trading view. The Bitcoin price eventually reached a 14-day high of 38,300 on the day. The price gain caused more than $446 million worth of short liquidations across several cryptocurrency exchanges, according to the data aggregator Coinalyze. Yeah. So I told you, I didn't forget it. It just happened after. And I was like, I'm not going to make another 3.5 minute video like Elon Musk tweeted about Bitcoin. It seemed a little lackadaisical is not the word. Pointless. Pointless was the word. Look at his face. Anyway, the point is, yeah, there's a lot of, I want to say pretty nice things happening within the cryptocurrency space. It's been speculated for quite a long amount of time that Elon Musk was definitely probably already into Bitcoin. It seems to be quite clear now that he most certainly is. The news that we've been getting over the last, I want to say day and a half, it hasn't even been that long, has actually been kind of nice. There are a number of wealthy individuals who are kind of coming forward and siding with the Wall Street bets people. Basically saying, listen, allow them to trade what they're going to trade. The argument still is, and it's on TV right now, and people are still shouting for regulators to step in, is that normal people shouldn't have been able to do this, and therefore them all coming together in some form or fashion is market manipulation. But we now have Mark Cuban, what's his name? So, I mean, it's just so much happening within a short period of time. Chamath, Mark Cuban, Elon Musk, and a couple of other celebrities have basically come forward in support of the people being able to trade the stocks that they own because, logical. Of course, in support of Bitcoin. And now we're also seeing an extra added push towards DeFi, which doesn't really, tickle my fancy too much. But I think at this point, it seems like a bit of a necessity to be able to decentralize finance as a whole and allow people to do what they want, when they want, how they want with their own money. So yeah, this saga is not over. Like, this is going to be probably one of the craziest things that's going to happen this year. When you get, if Elon Musk can tweet or even change his bio into #Bitcoin and rise the price, imagine if he announces at some point that Tesla or SpaceX or even he owns a significant amount of Bitcoin, and they plan on putting $3 million per month of Bitcoin into their balance sheets, which is nothing, because I think if he's the richest person in the world, and book guy, the guy who made the books, Amazon guy, what's his name? Marky Mark. I don't know this guy's name. I can't remember it anymore. He is making, I think, like, was it like $100 million or like $25 million per day, something astronomically weird. So $3 million would be absolutely nothing. Even if they put $20 million per day, that's still nothing for their actual pockets. Anyway, so it appears that the big money is here. I hope we have more non-crazy advocates who keep, saying, hey, it's right for people to be able to do what they want. And if DeFi does really pick up, which I think it's going to do, I don't think DeFi is going to be disappearing anytime soon. But if we can get this to move us towards decentralized crypto exchanges, that would be a win-win. Anyway, yeah, that's all the Elon Musk news, I guess. And without further ado, let's move on. Next up. Ukraine's government-owned nuclear power plant picked a firm to build a massive data center in Rivne for cryptocurrency mining operations. After a bidding process, Energodom chose Kiev Energy Construction Company to handle the nuclear plant crypto mining project. According to official documents, the data center will be based in the Rivne nuclear power plant after the construction firm got not a lot. I expected more. $317,000 in funding. The only competitor in the bidding was Ukrenegoburpruk. However, they allegedly made an expensive offer, said the regional news outlet. They made an expensive offer? Isn't that what you want when someone's bidding? So the point is, here's the actual news document for it. I can't read any of this, but for those of you who can, have at it. Basically, cryptocurrency mining operations are coming to Ukraine. No one should be shocked about this. We've had news about 4 other countries who are going to be mining crypto. And here's tinfoil hat. What usually ends up happening is that we hear sometimes. So we've heard, we've heard the direct companies are actually mining countries are mining cryptocurrencies, but sometimes we get news that there are companies who are like doing it in their space as well. I would not be surprised if these were sub-owned by someone at the very top to be able to do this. You don't let any normal person use your huge excess amount of energy to be able to mine cryptocurrencies, especially when we've had a couple of countries be like, hey, we don't like that over here. Anyway, crypto has officially taken the world by storm. It feels weird to say it, but it's actually happening. Years ago, I could have never imagined that we'd be this popular this fast. I think we are so close, and I mean like a smidge away from the euphoric phase. I don't think it's going to happen this month, and I know it sounds stupid, like we only got a day left, but it's this kind of like these things can't happen too soon. When Bitcoin's price skyrocketed up, everyone was like, oh, too hot. If this continues on over the course of the year, which I think it's going to, we are close to the point where when we hit from $5,000 to a $20,000 Bitcoin, everyone kind of loses their minds. Everyone jumps into the market. I don't remember what the catalyst was in 2017 that really got everyone into it, but everyone I know is either asking me about crypto, is planning on buying crypto, has purchased crypto, or plans on buying more crypto. Everyone, every single person I know, even people who were skeptical, they've sat in a room hearing me and my friend lose our minds as we talk about cryptocurrencies, and they go, well, how would somebody open up an account if they decided to get into crypto? So I think we're very, very close. I'm giving it, listen, there's still news floating around about the next stimulus check, which I believe is supposed to be $1,400 or something like that. And then the rumors that there's going to be another one and or another one during the year as well. So very fascinating time. Not only is crypto being hyper adopted, we're seeing so much support for it. And now countries are like, well, fine, let's start mining it ourselves. What a time to be alive. My goodness. And without further ado, let's moving on. In news that should have been everywhere news, but there was other news that was everywhere news, popular social media network Reddit, which counts on 1.7 billion monthly visits, is deepening its ties with the Ethereum Foundation in what it has formalized as its first ever blockchain partnership. According to an announcement from Reddit admin Jarens, the aim of the partnership will be to increase the site's commitment to blockchain, accelerating scaling and resources for the Ethereum ecosystem, and bringing the value and independence of blockchain technology to millions of Redditors. End quote. In 2020, Reddit had already integrated 2 large Ethereum-focused projects. The first, an application called Community Points, was a reward system that awarded Redditors with an ERC20 token for contributing engaging content to the platform. Reddit then followed this up with a competition, the Great Reddit Scaling Bake-Off, seeking submissions of Ethereum scaling technology solutions that could help applications like Community Points progress to a mainnet and ultimately scale to all of the network's 400 million monthly users. So the news is, like I said, this should have been everywhere, but it was completely overshadowed by the GameStop news. We have had news for a while that there might have been a little bit of a partnership behind the scenes between the Reddit people and the Ethereum, or the Ethereum Foundation, and now it's true. So, I don't even know what more to say. We are going to continue to hear news that people are building on top of Ethereum, that they're going to be partnering with them. This is all in hyper anticipation of proper Ethereum scaling, which I think at this point is probably inevitable. It's just a matter of how it's going to be done. Will it be directly through Ethereum 2.0 and being able to do the transactions? Will it be through side chains? It is going to be through something. There's so much money circulating around Ethereum that wants to get into Ethereum, the people who are buying Ethereum, that there's no way for it to remain as slow as it currently is. There's going to be someone who's going to be like, listen, this is the solution. Everyone has to jump on board, because if not, our money collapses and we can't allow that to happen. So, yeah, we'll see where this ends up going. Didn't make any news headlines at all. It completely passed by. Anyway, that's the Ethereum news and Reddit. I guess the timing is also interesting as well, because the whole Reddit thing and then Ethereum and then the working in the blockchain. And without further ado, let's move on. In oh my gosh, I am so shocked that this has happened news, I could not believe it. Global financial services juggernaut Visa has already has its finger in cryptocurrency via wallet and platform partnerships. Digital asset companies like BlockFi, Fold, and Crypto.com already issue Visa branded products. However, CEO Alfred Kelly now suggests that cryptocurrencies could run directly on the Visa network in the future. What? That's crazy. In Visa's fiscal Q1 2021 earnings call, stop it. I mean, but it's so nonsensical. They released this information as if we didn't know that this was going to be ending up happening. And for those of you, or for those of your friends who are sitting in the background listening to me screaming at the screen right now, who don't understand that cryptocurrencies are the literal future and are going to be everywhere, and who have not yet gotten into the market, please open your ears and understand. In Visa's fiscal Q1 2021 earnings call yesterday on The Motley Fool, Kelly took a moment out of his introductory statement to specifically touch on crypto and the opportunity he sees in the space, money. He detailed Visa's case for being the largest financial services brand in the industry via its partnership with 35 platforms and wallets. He said, in this space, we see ways that we can add differentiated value to the ecosystem, and we believe that we are uniquely positioned to help make cryptocurrencies more safe, useful, and applicable for payments through our global presence, our partnership approach, and our trusted brand. Once again, the CEO of Visa has said, we're going to be adding cryptocurrencies to our platform because we want to make money. I paraphrased, what have you. There should be no question at this point as to if cryptocurrencies are going to make it. We have had news about crypto integrations from every major bank on the planet. We've had crypto Visa cards for quite a bit of time, and now it appears that Visa wants crypto to run directly through their systems. I give it 3 months. It's going to trickle out to us as a, whatchamajaggers. It's going to trickle out as a rumor. And then probably by July, August, we're going to hear that Visa is planning in 2022 to have on their platform, on their website, on their so-and-so, a place where you can deposit your cryptocurrencies so that when you are making payments, you can simply tap your card and on the screen, it'll say cash or crypto. I'm telling you, I know it's going to happen. Even says it right here. It's such a nice time to be in crypto, or even just in finance in general. It just feels right, if that kind of makes any sense. It's clear at this point that we have won. We know that there are going to be regulations. Sure, why not? KYC, AML, ABC, all you want. The fact that these multi-billion-dollar companies are not only buying up massive amounts of Bitcoin, but also now integrating cryptocurrencies into their systems, or telling us that they're going to be integrating it into their systems. And even more so, the news that we get, listen, logic time. If we're getting news that these mega companies who decide to come forward to say, hey, we're buying up tons of crypto, they want to be in the news, they want to be known and popular, and it's actually worked for them. Same with Grayscale. Grayscale has gotten a lot of business because they went into the news. They said, we bought 30,000 Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin skyrocketed. They got more business. Just imagine, logically, if these other companies are looking at crypto, plan on integrating crypto, we can assume that they're also buying cryptocurrencies as well. Will Visa ever go on to the nighttime news and pretty much tell everyone that they bought $100 million worth of crypto? Who knows? But we can logically assume that they're probably doing so in order for them to get into the space. I mentioned this before last year and the year before that. You do not take any long positions on something without holding the asset yourself. You as a bank don't tell people to buy gold or to do these other things without having a position in it yourself. You do it because you're going to profit from it, and therefore that's when you integrate it to make sure that the asset class survives and that other people are using it. Anyway, the CEO of Visa has said all that. I'm not going to even read it again. You know what he said. That's the Visa news. Don't be surprised when Bitcoin hits $100,000. No one be shocked. You can be happy, but don't be shocked. And without further ado, let's moving on. Next up, Wall Street veteran Max Kaiser is forecasting a severe Bitcoin supply crisis on the horizon that will force institutions to buy, I almost bit my tongue, to force institutions to buy Bitcoin at significantly higher levels in an instant. In a take the orange pill. Okay, I thought I read that wrong. Take the orange pill interview. The Bitcoin firebrand says huge gap ups in price may be in store for Bitcoin as institutional investors scour markets for supply of the scarce asset. We've had this discussion for a while now. It's basically that, for those of you who don't know, Bitcoin is finite, not a lot of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is being purchased by institutions. They know how to do this on the computer with robots without people even realizing that a price is happening. You can drop the price of Bitcoin and still be able to buy up as much as you want through robots. 88,000 trade, yada, yada, yada. You know the whole story. People don't get what finite actually means because in every other instance of an asset, there's always been more. We've either been able to create more, reprint more, or dig into the ground and find more of it. We know that Bitcoin is finite. We know that. I've made videos on it where I'm like screaming at them, and I'm telling you exactly how much Bitcoin is actually gone. These are from the companies that we know about who are buying. Once again, what if Visa is buying? What if MasterCard is buying? What if Amex is buying? What if Diners Club is buying? You know what I'm talking about. So you kind of get the idea. He said, over the last couple of years, we're transitioning from fake volume to real volume. And that's kind of like churning through an overhead or a supply of volume to create the price discovery. Pretty soon, what I think is going to happen is that a Michael Saylor type or a corporate type or an institution will come into an order to buy 10 billion Bitcoin or 20 billion worth of Bitcoin. And suddenly within a few trades, they're going to be discovering there's no supply at all. And then suddenly the price gap will go from 37,000 So 47,000 to 52,000. It could happen in 10 minutes because the market's kind of lulled people into a sense that there is supply out there. There's not. No matter what anyone tells you, there's not a lot of Bitcoin left. This is why also when Elon Musk tweeted about Bitcoin, it wasn't that so many people were buying. I mean, they were. Yes. They were definitely buying. It's because the supply is so low. This is why we spiked by 20% over the course of like an hour. There's cryptocurrencies on exchanges. There's Bitcoin on these crypto exchanges. We know that. We can see that. But it's dwindling all the time. How many times have we had news that Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, OKEX, and what was the other one that was always in the news as well? That we keep seeing their supply of Bitcoin has dropped by 25%, 40% over the last 3 or 4 months. Is being purchased and taken off of these exchanges. Anyway, so I'm ready for it. I'm completely, utterly ready for the actual supply shock. And I think institutions already know that this is coming. This is why they've been buying so much. They're trying to really get ahead of the curve to make sure that they have as much as possible before this actually ends up taking place. But I think that they know that the next propulsion is going to be aiming towards 50,000. That's the $1 trillion Bitcoin market cap that we've all been waiting for, that we know that's going to happen. I'll explain something to you in the next couple of minutes as well when it comes to all this, because I think that we're very close to hitting it. But I think that there are people behind the scenes who don't want it to yet happen. And I think that it probably annoyed them that Elon Musk announced that he was getting into it. And you'll see. Anyway, yes, supply crisis. It's coming very, very soon. We even had this predicted by banks last year about this year. I'm ready for it. Like, I have a friend. He says he won't get excited until Bitcoin hits 100,000. He has some already. He's not waiting to buy at 100K. I was like, ugh. But yeah, it's kind of this, like, we know that it's going to happen. We just need for that moment to really take place. I guess it's kind of like a told you so kind of moment. You'll definitely be able to send messages to your friend and be like, bro, told you it was going to happen. Anyway, that's the supply crisis news. Let's move on. In also news I missed the other night on, that's a long sentence. Listen. It says last night on the Monday Night Live airing of the popular TV game show Wheel of Fortune, as opposed to just writing last night on Wheel of Fortune, a contestant named Jeremy Kerbel introduced viewers to DeFi for the first time, while in the same breath mentioning Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as a whole. Jeremy Kerbel is a managing director at OSL and the founder of Curve Capital, a fund focused on decentralized finance investment. So without having to read much more, basically he was on Wheel of Fortune. If you never watched Wheel of Fortune, it's like one of the greatest shows ever. You sit there watching people spin a wheel and watching them win money as you eat dinner. So basically this guy was on it, and there's a certain point where the host goes, hey, who are you? And they have to say who they are. And apparently this guy was like, I'm a DeFi and I like Bitcoin. And then therefore, because there were so many people watching it, that he introduced them to all the Bitcoin and the stuff like that at the exact same time. So that's the news. Yeah, cool. This isn't the first time. We've had Bitcoin was mentioned on Family Guy, on The Simpsons. What was that? 2 Men and a Baby? No, it's Three Guys and a Girl. The Smart Show, where the guy goes zoinks. No. It's You think I'm joking when I do these things? I can't remember the name of this. Nerd Show. Nerd Men. One Pretty Girl. I don't know what it's... Anyway, we've been mentioned on many TV shows, I guess because now that a real person did it, I guess that's also quite significant. They're just looking at a wheel. Anyway, I didn't even realize that. It looks so stupid. Can you imagine snuggling up on the couch, just looking at a wheel on your TV? Being like, out here living our best life. Anyway, that's the DeFi Wheel of Fortune contestant news. It's the dumbest photo I've ever seen in my entire life. And without further ado, let's move on. And to finish things off, in news that should shock everyone, that's a joke because they're garbage. Independent Reserve, one of the largest digital currency exchanges in Australia, says it will delist the Bitcoin Cash Satoshis Vision cryptocurrency due to controversial behavior by its team. What? That's the first time that we're ever hearing about that. We didn't have all that news 1,000 times a couple of years ago. In an announcement on Wednesday, the exchange said, in light of recent events and community feedback, Bitcoin Cash, Satoshi's Vision, and related trading pairs will be delisted. CoinDesk reached out to the Clarity and they said, Bitcoin is the people's money. At its very core are the principles of openness and freedom, and these were also the founding values of independent reserve. The behavior shown by the team behind BSV has been completely counter to these ideals, repeatedly spreading misinformation and making baseless threats against the community. Recent talks of legal action against developers working to improve the Bitcoin ecosystem proved to be the final straw. These are the actions of a bully and they must stop, end quote. For those of you who do not know, allegedly, many moons ago, we had so many allegedly problems with people allegedly from the Bitcoin Cash Satoshi's Vision team, group, gang, not really sure what to call them, where basically they believed that they have the real Bitcoin, that there's Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin Cash Satoshi's Vision. And because the person who created Bitcoin Cash Satoshi's Vision says that he is Satoshi, therefore BSV is the real Bitcoin. Anytime anyone said nay or no, that's not how it works, they threatened legal action and any other type of threats that they were able to throw out there. And people were like, hey, why is Satoshi so mean? So if I'm not going to talk about it in this video because it's like years worth of nonsense, lawsuits as well. There were allegedly moments where people were saying bad words against the creator of BSV, and people were getting sued. And it's like, nope, that's not how a decentralized open network works. And also, we had situations before where it was, how do I say this? The person who created BSV announced that they owned Bitcoin, and therefore anyone on the Bitcoin network could also be sued. So it's just a little, it's a lot. It's kind of a lot going on. So I'm shocked that any cryptocurrency exchange has BSV. Like any of them. The fact that it's still listed on any platform is actually kind of insane, because we know that the 3 people around the world who are actually using it, it's not a lot of people. We had indications last year. So we have Chainalysis, we have Glassnode, we have all these other companies who look through the blockchain to see what's happening, to see who's using it, to see the network activity. And this is why Bitcoin, number one coin, and Ethereum remain very popular, because we can see the actual network activity. You can see so many transactions per second, so many this is happening, people are using it, and all these other things. And then we saw on Bitcoin Cash, I believe it was, I think that there were 2 addresses that were knocking back money back and forth to each other to make it seem as if more transactions were happening on the network. You can look it up. Type in like Bitcoin Cash, two addresses or 2 transactions, you'll find it. They were knocking back like, I think 10 cents back and forth, like consecutively, quite rapidly, to make it seem like more transactions were happening. And then on Bitcoin Cash Satoshi's Vision, I think 99% of all their transactions that they had, were through a weather app. No one was using it. So when you talk about actual like liquidity and people using these blockchains, like there's a difference between people trading it because they know that they can pump it up and make money from it, and actual real world usage. And no one's using these coins. Anyway, so yeah, BSV is being delisted in Australia because allegedly people have been bullies. But yeah, there's only one Bitcoin. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. If I can get the list open. Bolero Bastos, Crayola Michelle, URL, Crypto, All Crypto with Lionel, Tigara Machonisa, Bake Me a Cake, Arfmedic17, Anytime Fitness, Monk's Corner Staff, Buddy McButtface, Buddy McButtface, Anytime, no, Crypto, yes, to Crypto. So I'm going to tell you something. I only drink water and tea. I may have had Starbucks this morning. I did. And it was delicious, but I can feel that my normal like 10 out of 10 energy wise is like a 13 out of 10 right now. It's definitely a little bit higher. So That's why I no speak English good. Arfmedic17, Anytime Fitness, Monk's Corner Staff, Bodie McBoatface, Yes to Crypto, Miller Hitch Test, Every Day, and Cal Skips Leg Day. Minting Coins, Jeremy Fox, Jim Garner, Anthony Charles, Nick Mangialavori, Paxis, Vlad the Impaler, Richie Rich 3, Setsuna, Damien, Crypto Artist, Coldy 3D, Bankroll Network, 242 to the World, Wise Night Owl, Jared Schneider, Master Ventures in Thailand, Moher Maroney, Adam Graysick, Todd Mullis, A Bibliophobia, The Animal Reader, John Sarson, Nostromo, Martin Steuer, Joshua Vineyard, Moonman High, XRP, Utopia 569, Oscar Maldonado, Yasha Harari, Attila the Han, David James, Navarro Williams, Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Tolik Banan, Snacky Chan, Conan Don't Skip Leg Day, George Montoya, Wiselink, Not TMI, Crypto Stahl, Need a Miracle, Space Case, Troy Allgood, Barebones Mining, Quoted Biddy, love it. And Professor Wally from Gunbot University, thank you all very, very much for your support. Thank you to all the new Patreon members every single day. Thank you, 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 thank you. I literally cannot say it enough. Thank you. Thank you for all your messages. Thank you for all your everything. You're all absolutely amazing. Thank you for all of your support. I thank you. I can't say the word anymore. Just get annoying at that point. Thank you to everyone who is a clicker of affiliate links. Thank you to everyone who left a thumbs up, who left a comment. Thank you for everyone for the donations. Incredibly generous people. Like, I love the cryptocurrency space. And thank you to everyone who's still here listening to me rant and ramble because I'm on coffee. I don't think that's a phrase. At the moment, Bitcoin is currently at $34,037. It is down by 6.79%. This is what I was talking about. The run-up that we had from the Elon Musk thing. Once again, you have to understand, we are currently in a situation where, I'm going to keep repeating this, it looks like Bitcoin could position itself as a world reserve currency. You are going to have people behind the scenes who are going to make sure or try their darndest to lower the price in some sort of way so that they can accumulate more. Bitcoin going up by $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 over the course of an hour stops them from being able to do that. We keep having news. I think we had news. MicroStrategy and Grayscale announced we're going to keep buying as much Bitcoin as we possibly can. So, assumption. They're probably not too happy with a rapid rise in price because they want to be able to accumulate more. But as such, as Bitcoin has fallen, the rest of the market has also taken a little dip as well. Not as hard as Bitcoin. Ethereum only fell by 1%. Polkadot fell by 2%. XRP is up by 7%. Not really sure why, but at this point, listen, maybe they're being Reddited, or what's the word? The Reddit people maybe have, I don't know. That could be it. I haven't seen it. I know that there are like Telegram groups and Discord groups and stuff like that going around right now where people are talking about like what's the next crypto that they're going to be focusing on. It could it's up by 7% while the rest of the market is down. So that's definitely some energy behind it. ADA's down by 5%. Litecoin's down by 7%. You get the point. Lumens is down by 11%. Doge is like down up. It looks like the market is trying to go back up. There's like a little swerve around here. Never a dull day in the cryptocurrency markets. Anything too crazy? Compound is up by 26%. Wonderful. Anything else? Ooh, what's that? Elrond E-Gold. Sounds like a... Anyway, is up by 23%. Anything else? And Algorand is up by 18 as well. I do hope that you all enjoyed. I do sincerely hope that you all are having or continue to have or try to have or begin to have a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, and or evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.